Hello, good evening. My name is Juan Rodarte, and I'll be talking to you about stakeholder management. So, stakeholder management, what is it? Stakeholder management is the management of people who will happen to be stakeholders and or organizations that are actively involved in the project or whose interests may be positively or negatively affected by the project. Why is it important? Well, as a project manager, you must be able to assuage the concerns of customers, sustain support for the project at higher levels of the organization, and quickly identify problems that threaten the project, and defend the integrity of the project and the interests of the project participants. That's why it's important. Now, major components of the stakeholder management plan. So, a stakeholder management plan is a formal document that establishes who the stakeholders of a project are and how each stakeholder engages with a project. Project stakeholder management involves creating a strategy for stakeholder management that addresses their expectations, helps resolve conflict, and ensures stakeholders have their needs met. Some of the most important elements included in a plan are an action plan, a communication plan, a prioritization list of a stakeholder or a stakeholder matrix, and stakeholder expectations. Now, theory. Stakeholder theory is an umbrella term for a genre of theories that helps scholars and managers understand relationships between firms and their stakeholders, as well as some of the performance outcomes of these relationships. The theory is often characterized as being divided into three interrelated streams: descriptive, normative, and instrumental. So, how has stakeholder management changed? Well, in a nutshell, according to Kahala et al. 2022, um, it still needs a lot of work. It still needs a lot of research for it to be further developed. As it says right here, a dedicated literature review on stakeholder engagement is lacking. This is a shortcoming for several reasons. Without a settled and comprehensive view of the essentials of the construct, research and stakeholder engagement cannot establish internal identity or external distinctiveness. A fragmented conceptual base hinders the operational of the construct, thus hampering both the empirical development and subsequent practical relevance of the research. In the end, the legitimacy, validity, and practical relevance of the construct are at risk, and scholarly attempts for rigorous research become deterred. Now, how do organizations perform successful stakeholder management? By identifying key stakeholders, understanding their needs and expectations, and engaging with them effectively, organizations can build strong relationships and increase transparency and receive their goals in a way that aligns with stakeholders' values and priorities. Now, stakeholder management. How to get stakeholders on your side? Well, in a nutshell, you want to get stakeholders to like you. And once they like you, they get to know you. And once they know you, they trust you. And when they trust you, they're able to invest in you and by supporting you in what you need for the project. So it's all about credibility, trust, and results. Now, what's the best way to deliver bad news to stakeholders? Well, you gotta first determine the relevancy. Who is it bad news for? And you don't always want to cry wolf at all. And you want to assess the facts and the impact. I want to make sure the data is factual and not guesswork. You don't want to mislead or downplay things, and you don't want to glamorize it either. Sometimes bad news is bad news, and that's what it is, and you can't sugarcoat it. So you gotta deliver it and deliver it quickly in a timely manner. Any delay any delay in letting key stakeholders know bad news it's going to cause a delay in the project. You know, so this is something that needs to be done in person by the project manager. You can't delegate this. You know, you gotta take the, you gotta take the bullet, as one would say here. And go out there and present yourself and let them know what's going on, and then that way you'll have more credibility. What you don't want to do is you do not want to delegate this and send someone up there that's not even in the position of the project manager. As a project manager, this is one of your responsibilities, and it is not to be delegated. All right. Here are my references. All right, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much.